I think when it comes to City, for example, and even United, look at who they've signed in the last. Like United have signed Sanchez and Lukaku in the past
Pogba,
6 months, and Pogba not that long ago. Chelsea have probably got nowhere near that in terms of fees. And then City with, Laporte cost 65 million euros, didn't he? Or 63. So what are Chelsea spending? The equivalent. David Luiz. I mean, that was another strange decision on Monday, bringing Luiz back. But the whole Chelsea situation, I think we just have to get used to Chelsea being a side closer to Arsenal and Spurs in terms of resources than City and United, who are clearly the big spenders of the
If we're talking about City and Chelsea spending, though, Ben, and comparing it to the others, Man United, Man City, etc., surely we've really got to look at Roman Abramovich. I mean, there's been a sea change in the way that Chelsea run. The beginning of Roman Abramovich's Chelsea career, he was just spending the money. He was willing to do whatever needed to be done to get them to that place that they needed to go to. Now that they're established, they're there. Chelsea have made a lot of money in a lot of signings. This is not a new phenomenon that Chelsea have been much more frugal in the transfer market. This isn't... we shouldn't be surprised, is my point.
No, we shouldn't be surprised. Darren makes a kind of good point here, I think, which is what we're trying to say, actually.
Go on, Dan.
And he says, I think this is where FFP is hurting Chelsea as a small club. And then I'm not sure if that's a dig at them for being a small club. It could be. But then you've also got the issue with the stadium. They've got to go to Wembley, I think it is for 3 or 4 years, unlike Spurs who have been for 1. The whole planning process of redeveloping Stamford Bridge has not been simple at all.
Yeah.
And so to get, from next season, Spurs are going to be playing in a 64,000 seat stadium. Their FFP situation will change drastically. And it already has, probably, because Wembley's, it's had 80,000 for the United game, for example. Whereas Chelsea have got that restriction, and they can't earn as much money as Arsenal from matchday revenue or United. And I think this is a problem. And I think also, unlike City, Chelsea are not actually bending the rules, or PSG. Because I think we know that whilst FFP is quite kind of flawed, City and United are doing City and PSG are kind of doing what they want, making their own deals with clubs that already own with companies that already own them, and that gets their way out, whereas Roman Abramovich has not done the same thing, which maybe he should have, or maybe fair play for keeping to the rules.